Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for joining today. I'd like to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shamsun, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gaurita Ishra Gopal, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So we continue with the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, and it's entitled The Opulence of the Absolute. The summary of the chapter is as follows. People complain that they can't see God at work, i.e., we can't see him doing anything, that he is not manifest himself in person before our eyes, and there is no direct experience of his existence. Show me God, this skeptics demand, and then I'll believe in him. So Krishna explains how the spiritualists can simultaneously perceive God as a source of the creation and also see God within the creation. So he's not just in the creation, he's a source of it as well. But this requires more than an intellectual understanding, right? We just can't understand God by our intelligence. It actually calls for the transformation of one's consciousness and revelation from within. The themes of this chapter are as follows. Because Arjun is a friend of the Lord, Krishna explains his nature further. So, text 8 to 11 are the essence of the Bhagavad Gita and explain that the Lord is the source of everything, how his devotees interact with him. He reveals himself to his devotees and he destroys their ignorance. Arjuna accepts Krishna as the supreme, as do many other great sages, and wanted to know more about the Lord's opulences. So then Krishna explains some of his opulences, potencies, vibhuti, found in this world. Really amazing verse, amazing section of the Gita. Yes, go for it, Riyaj. You can read these verses first.
Yes, Prabhuji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. Neither the hosts of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages. He who knows me as Talbot, as the beginningless and supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only undiluted among men is freed from all sins. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the will, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equality, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. The several great sages, and before them the four other great sages, and the Manu's progenitors of Malkal come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. One who is factually convinced of this opulent salvific power of while engages in unalloyed emotional service. Of this, there is no doubt.
Excellent. Thank you. So, summary of these 7 verses. Krishna further reveals to him that no one actually knows him because he's unborn and beginningless. How he is the source of all qualities in us. How the sages came from his mind. He's revealing this to Arjuna because this is his personal relationship with his dear friend. So, very important lesson here. There's 5 very nice relationships, rasas, that one can have with the Lord. There's actually unlimited, but these are the 5 main ones. Shantaras, neutral. Tasyaras, servant of the Lord. Sakiras, friendship. There's also different types of friendship. There's a close friendship, and there's the formal friendship. The formal friendship is what the Pandavas had with Krishna. And the Gopas have the friendly, the close friendship. Vatsalya, parental, and Madhurya Ras, which is conjugal. So these 5 sum up the vast majority of the relationships one can have with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is quite an interesting way of showing that the conjugal love is the gopis, parental love is Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, the friends, Arjun. Dasyaras is Hanuman. Shantaras is like the trees and the flute. Like that. So everybody has a particular relationship with God. We have it already. It's part of our swarup. It's part of our constitution. But at the present stage, we've forgotten God and our relationship with Him. And that relationship can be revived only by Bhakti Yoga. And this is called Swarup Siddhi. All right, Riyansh again. Why don't you recite these verses? You can do the Sanskrit first and then the English for each verse if you like.
Yes, Prabhuji. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajalteva buddha bhava savalvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly knows is engaged in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Machita Vatkata Prala, Mure Alta Paraspara, Kateltasya Valitya, Trisyal Teacher, Ramantika. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always selectly while other and conversing about me. तेषां सतते युक्ताला भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगान्तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Teshu evalukapartho aham jnana jantama nasam bhavastu jnana deepela basvata. To show the special mercy, I, well dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness ball of ignorance.
Wonderful.
Arjuna Vacha Brahma Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Varsham Shashvatam Devyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum Avastvam Vishya Sarve Devarshi Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Sanchaiva Pravishime.
Well done. Thank you. So these 4 verses are considered to be the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. And they describe spirituality in its 3 essential stages. The first stage is entitled Sambandha, or knowledge of one's relationship with God and the universe. So this is the first stage where you get knowledge about who you are and your relationship with God. Second stage is the practice and application of such knowledge in one's daily life, technically known as abhidaya. So getting knowledge, then putting it into practice. And the third is the mature fruit of such practice, which is pure spiritual consciousness and unbounded love of God, which is prayojana. So these 3 stages are quite important within Vaishnavism. Thus, the Bhagavad Gita is actually a spiritual science, since there is hypothesis, sambandha, Hypothesis means gathering the information. Experiment, then do it. So firstly, you get the information. Secondly, you put it into practice. Thirdly, you observe or conclude, make conclusions. Prayojana. And this is what the scientists do as well. They observe, they experiment, and then, they gather information, experiment, and then conclude. So these 4 verses, 8 to 11, give a roadmap of spirituality from beginning to the end. And one of the verses is Te Samaham Saraso, which is text number 10. So the first one says, he's the source of everything. Everything comes from him. And the wise who know this worship him. And the second verse says, those who dwell in him, the pure devotees, their lives are fully devoted to his service, and they get great satisfaction and bliss by talking about him. And then the third verse, which is the lesson really. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they come to me. So if we simply devote ourselves to God, he'll give us the understanding by which we go to him. But that takes some time. And then the final verse of these 4 is to show them special mercy. I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy you, the shining lamp of knowledge, the darkness born of ignorance. That's why reading Gita, understanding Gita, studying Gita is so important, because that knowledge will destroy this darkness that we're in. So, let's move to the next part. Shyam Malini, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Text 12 to 13. Arjuna said, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narad, Ashita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, oh Lord, can understand you, your personality. Text 15. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. Text 16. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Text 17. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you, and how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? Text 18. O Janardhan, again please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. Is that it, Prabhu?
Yeah, thank you. Very good. Very good reading. So summary of these verses, Arjuna accepts Krishna as a Supreme Lord. He says, you're the purest, you're the oldest, you're the greatest. And he's stating, okay, I'm your friend, so people might might think I'm prejudiced for you. But you know, all the great sages accept your greatness, my dear Lord. And then he asks the Lord, I want to know more. I want to know more about you. So this is a good attitude. I want to know more, my Lord. I just want to know everything about you, my dear Lord. Of course, nobody can know everything about God, but that's the mood of the devotee. So lesson 42, we can also develop a desire to know more about the Lord. and he will fulfill our desire. Knowing more about his opulence will convince us that he is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. But knowing and appreciating his sweet pastimes of exchanges with his dear devotees will make us fall in love with him. This is the point. If we know about him, his opulence is fine. But if we get to know his sweetness, then we can fall in love with him. This is one of the most important things of the Gita. So let's have a look at all the opulences. There's a lot he describes now. Who's with us? Kamakshi, are you able to read?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm available to read. Thank you.
Okay, that's quite a lot. Huh?
Okay. If I get tired, I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know. Absolutely.
I can only see text 19 here.
Yes, the rest is coming.
Okay. Okay. Chapter 10, Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai. Chapter 10, the opulences of the Absolute. Text 19. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, yes, I will tell you of my splendors, manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjun, for my opulences is limitless.
So I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am the super soul seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Okay, I can't see anymore. I can't see anymore.
You can't see this?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's changed.
Yeah, it's changed.
Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi, controlling deity of wind. Among the stars, I am the moon. Of the demigods, I am Indra, the king of heaven. Of the Vedas, I am the Samaveda. Of the senses, I am the mind. In living beings, I am the living force, consciousness. Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of wealth, Kubera. Of the Vaishyas, I am fire, Agni. Of mountains, I am Meru. Of priests of Arjun, know me to be the chief, Braspati. Of generals, I am Kartikya. Of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name, Japa. Of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitrata. Of the sages among the demigods, I am Narada. Of all trees, I am banyan tree. Of horses, know me and he,
Ucheshwara.
Ucheshwara, okay, produced during the chanting of the ocean for nectar. Of lordly elephants, I am the Airavat. Among men, I am the monarch. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among cows, I am the Shurabi. Of causes for procreation, I am Kandapa, the god of love. Of serpents, I am Vishaki. Among the I am the dispensers of law, I am Yama, the lord of death. Of departed ancestors, I am Aryam. Among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varuna. Of many hooked nagas, I am Ananta. Among the Daitya demons, I am the devoted Prahlad. Among subduers, I am time. Amongst beasts, I am the lion. Among birds, I am Garuda. Of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Of fishes, I am the shark. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Ram. Of purifiers, I am the wind. Among the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self. Of all creations, I am the beginning and the end of, and also the middle, O Arjun. Among the compound words, I am the dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time. Of creators, I am the Brahma. Of letters, I am the letter A.
Did you do the first one? Among compound words?
Yeah, I think I did. Among compound words, I am the dual compound. So you might not have done.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Ramakrishna. Oh, Radha.
Ramakrishna. I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadiness, and patience. I am all devouring death. Of the hymns in the Samaveda, I am the what's that?
Brihatsama.
Pratsama. Okay. Of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of months, I am Makshara, November, December time. Of seasons, I am flower bearing spring. I am also the gambling of cheats. Of the splendid, I am the splendor. I am victory. I am the strength of the strong. I am adventure. Of the Pandavas, I am Arjun. Of the sages, I am Vyas. Among great thinkers, I am Ushana, Sukacharya. Of the descendants of Rashni, I am Vasudev. Of secret things, I am silence. Of the wise, I am the wisdom. Of those who seek victory, I am mortality. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. There is no being moving or non-moving that can exist without me. I am the generating seed of all existence. Carry on.
Yeah, you can.
Text 40. Almighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Text 41. Know that all our opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Text 42. But what need is there, Arjun, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Wow.
Well done.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
that's the end of the chapter, which is Vibhuti Vistara Yoga.
Thank you.
Thank you. So many verses, about 31 verses there. Krishna describes the most prominent among his limitless, all-providing opulence. By doing this, he explains how one can actually think about him meditate on him and see him everywhere. It is not that Krishna is physically all the things that he mentions, but rather he is the source of the opulences of these things, their strength, the fame, the wealth, and so on. So after naming 82 opulences, so he named 82 of them, he concludes by stating that these simply are a hint of his glory, since he pervades and supports the entire universe with a mere fragment of his energy. So hardly nothing, it's nothing for him, all these opulences. And the lesson from this is Krishna is unlimited. He gives us a small hint of his opulences here. And one of the things which is he mentions is of cows. I am the Surabhi. Gomata is very special and dear to Krishna. So we should try to remember Gomata every single day, at least once, minimum, of course. If we can remember her more, even better. Krishna can't live without Gomata. Krishna can't live without thinking about Gomata. He worships Gomata every single day, not just here, but in the spiritual world. So Gomata is so important. So we should also make her an important part of our life. Krishna will become happy with that. So at least we should think of her. In this country, it's a little hard to serve her because you don't get so much access to Gomata. In Bharat, it's so easy. Everywhere you walk, she's there. And pretty much everywhere they have some hay or something ready for us to feed the Gomata. Just for a few rupees. It's so amazing in Bharat. So easy access. But here we don't have that access, but at least we can mentally serve Gomata. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share. Any questions, any comments by anybody?
Yes, Prabhu,
Yes.
Sorry if you don't.
No.
It says among the thinkers, I am Sukracharya, is it?
Sukracharya, yeah.
The Sukracharya is the guru of the demons.
He is, but still he is a Brahmin, and he's a wise Brahmin.
How is he a Brahmin then if he's the guru of the demons?
Still, I don't know. I mean, his birth is that of a Brahmin. He was born from a Brahminical family. But, Krishna is very kind. These demons, they are brothers. Remember, they're brothers and sisters because Aditi gave birth to the demons, and Diti gave birth to the demigods, or vice versa, I think it is. So they're brother sisters. So the fine line between demons and demigods is there. It's a fine line. The demons are envious, and they're always fighting themselves, fighting the demigods. But it is quite a fine line between the demons and demigods. What distinguishes the demigods is that they're helping the Lord run the universe. So that's the main distinguishing factor between the demigods and the demons. So the demons, they still require this counseling. Krishna is very kind. He's given them the services of Sukracharya. So Sukracharya, and Krishna says himself, as you very, very nicely observed, that he says himself, of thinkers, I am, here he is, Ushana Sukracharya. So Sukracharya is actually a great personality. The fact that he's serving the demons is by the by, doesn't really matter. He's just doing his duty. That's the duty given to him by Krishna. So
Yeah. And also Prabhu, among the poets, is it? He's the the Gayatri. So
yes.
which Gayatri mantra is it? Which one?
Om Bhur Bhur Swaha, the one that we chant. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Yeah,
If
we
we
don't
chant the
chant.
Mahamantra,
Mahamantra is higher,
Higher.
higher.
There's no need to do that one.
No. You can, what happens is Gayatri will take you to the edge of this world. Gayatri mantra will take you to the edge, but Maha mantra will take you into the spiritual world. So even if somebody perfects Gayatri mantra, the highest level they will go to is the edge of this world. So very close to the spiritual world, but still within this world. But the Maha mantra will take you further into the spiritual world. That's the difference. So Gayatri mantra is powerful, but it will not take one to the spiritual world, not on its own.
All right, Prabhu, thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your observations. Very, very good. Very impressed. Hare Krishna. Thank you for listening so keenly. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any comments, questions? Otherwise, we can stop. Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 ki